Since earliest ages, Oman has been an important station for cultural fusion through trade and culture exchange, which has contributed in linking the East with the West. The Sultanate of Oman is located in the southeast of the Arabian Peninsula, bordered by the Gulf of Oman, the Arabian Sea and the Indian Ocean. Its population, both indigenous and expatriates, is 2.5 million. Arabic is the official language in Oman, yet English is widely spoken. Education in the Sultanate of Oman is free in government schools. The government considers education a necessity for both boys and girls, not only as one of the country's obligations, but also as a basic human right. The system of education in the Sultanate of Oman has endeavoured from the beginning to develop knowledge, trends and skills of students, while developing other values of peace, equality, respect of human rights, preserving the environment and cultural diversity. Today, one can describe the Sultanate of Oman as a quality education provider. The Basic Statute of Oman reflects its policy, which focuses on the importance of educational equality for all. That means gender equality, as well as an equal right for education for elders and youth, without prejudice of ethnicity, religion or colour. The Sultanate has ratified the International Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination against Women. The principle of equality has been reflected in the percentage of females receiving all levels of education, which has reached 48% of the total number of students in the academic year 2004-2005. Illiteracy eradication has been a fundamental goal for the government of the Sultanate of Oman, along with spreading education among youth. Illiteracy in Oman decreased to 9.1% in the age group between 15 and 45 years old, according to the 2003 statistics. The latest ongoing indicators show that the percentage of illiteracy might decrease to 7% for the same group by the end of 2006. These figures are far lower than those of 30 years ago, proving the success of the illiteracy eradication strategy in the Sultanate of Oman. The strategic aim in the area of literacy is to achieve a decrease of 50% or more in the levels of illiteracy, especially among women, by 2015.
عمري 49 سنة، يمكن من متعدي على ال 45 48 كده،
يمكن 45 وكده.
سني 38.
In order to expand the program of literacy to cover all Oman, the Ministry of Education used secondary certificate graduates to teach in literacy classes. A special program has been prepared to qualify these graduates to teach and deal with adults. Another program has been established in which volunteers are given the chance to teach illiterates. The ministry provides free learning materials for these classes. These two projects showed positive results in increasing the number of students in literacy classes. In 1997, the Sultanate's efforts at eradicating illiteracy won the prize of the Arab Organization for Education, Culture and Science in the area of civilization literacy. Based on the belief of the Ministry of Education in the right of all segments of society for education, specialized schools for students with special needs have been opened based on the type of disability. One of the excellent initiatives created to improve education for students with special needs is the program of learning disabilities. This program provides suitable education services for students with learning disabilities who are enrolled in normal schools instead of sending them to special education schools. The program aims at treating psychological, social, and educational problems faced by students with learning disabilities. Based on the need to create awareness within society about the nature of several disabilities and to ensure that physical or mental disability do not stop the individual from being productive, the Ministry has applied the project of integrating students with special needs with fully able students. One of the aims of this project is to eradicate any probable type of discrimination against disabled students and to change the negative understanding among some students that the disabled should be isolated from society. Integrating students with special needs with other students means government public schools must be equipped with special materials. Achieving this aim might be costly. However, results achieved deserve the generous financial expenditure. The system of education in Oman is characterized by constant review and assessment of its various programs. One of those assessments applied lately was to study the first cycle of basic education from the 1st to 4th grades. It was an international and neutral assessment aimed at evaluating the Omani experience in the field of basic education in order to overcome challenges to strengthen the positive outcomes. This evaluative study has been carried out with the help of a consultancy services centre. The continual assessment of the educational systems used in the Sultanate and the continuous work to improve education have resulted in an international trust of the Omani education system. This was reflected by the selection of the Sultanate by UNESCO as a regional centre to follow up the recommendations of educational conferences on post-basic education programmes and systems. The Ministry of Education has been chosen also as a pioneer among Arab Gulf countries in the area of designing and teaching the subject of life skills. This trust was also reflected in the study carried out by the International Bureau of Education on the educational system in Oman in 2004. The study focuses on the situation of women and girls and the positive reflection of the education reality in the Sultanate of Oman. The modern view of education in Oman is no different from the one adopted by UNESCO, which sees education as the treasure within. The reason why it's considered a treasure is because it endeavours to explore potential creative energies in students through promoting self-learning approaches, developing practical aspects, and promoting life skills of learners. In summary, the new concept of education endeavours to achieve a sustainable education that focuses on 4 pillars: learn to know, learn to work, learn to live with others, and learn to be. In order to achieve these 4 pillars, the system of education in the Sultanate has adopted several educational trends compatible with the basic principles of UNESCO. One of these is awareness of human rights. Discrimination among people because of religion, race, colour, or language contradicts the nature of Omani society. Both family and school education promote the denial of these negative values. Values are extended to reach several aspects. Among them is environmental education, which aims at raising environmental awareness of students and teaching them to protect and preserve the environment. This is a universal concept and means that whoever protects his environment in the long run will also protect the whole planet. His Majesty's Award for Preserving the Environment added another dimension to the importance of protecting the environment. Education in Oman endeavours also to promote values of communication, dialogue, and acceptance of others, as well as to further values and educational concepts that are consistent with well-known global invariables, based on the principles of justice, equality, and equal opportunities. Road traffic safety education is one of the educational trends that UNESCO promotes, because traffic accidents are an international problem. In fact, it is one of the problems of Omani society because of the large number of traffic accidents related to the total population. Recently, the problem of traffic safety has been included in school curricula in order to acquire traffic awareness among students, to teach them the rules of using roads, safety guidelines for using school buses, and for safe road crossing. Students' health is considered an educational aim, because good learning cannot be achieved without raising a healthy generation. Hence, the Ministry of Education's programs for raising health awareness among students are varied, and there is a contest for preserving cleanliness and health within the school environment. This contest aims at creating a competitive attitude among students in order to make their school environment clean and healthy. There is also a student educational research contest linked to a book entitled Fact for Life, which is a world book available for Omani students in the Arabic language and including subjects related to health affairs that are important to Omani society. As a result, the Dakar 2000 conference adopted the FRESH initiative, meaning focusing resources on effective school health. The Oman Ministry of Education has adopted this initiative, believing that good health is the path for achieving the aim of education for all. The initiative is carried out by a partnership between the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Health, aiming at raising student awareness about the different health issues, on top of which are the issues of nutrition and HIV/AIDS. Raising awareness within society about the importance of education and the successful policies of the government of the Sultanate of Oman in attracting investors in the field of education is considered a credit for the educational system. The entrance of the private sector as a partner with the government in the process of spreading education is seen as a privilege. The Omani government welcomed the private sector initiative to open private schools from the start of modern education in the Sultanate. This welcome stemmed from the certainty that education is a collective responsibility and is neither individual nor a service provided only by the Ministry of Education. Civil institutions are invited not only to open private schools, but also to take part in preparing plans of education and training programs that contribute to building a system to meet the actual needs of the community. Oman has gone far in creating partnership with private institutions. It is reflected in the presence of representatives of many civil institutions as educational partners in many of the communities that work in drawing up and applying several programs and educational projects. The number of private schools, according to 2006 statistics, is 157. The academic year 2006-2007 has witnessed the opening of more than 40 private schools. This represents the trust of the Omani citizen in private schools' capability to provide good and modern education. One of the imminent contributions of the private sector in the field of education is the opening of several kindergartens. These kindergartens witness, especially in the main cities of Oman, an interest from Omani parents based on their belief of the importance of preschool education. It's worth mentioning that nurseries for children below 4 years are under the supervision of other bodies and not the Ministry of Education. But we can say that preschool education is becoming a common trend in several Omani cities. In order to prepare the human cadre to achieve good quality education, the ministry put great importance on the development of human resources. This is shown in the continuous increase of training programs for different segments. This expansion has resulted in more trainees enrolling. The ministry received assistance in the area of human resource development from several local and overseas institutions. Training has witnessed a quality change in its strategy. It is decentralized and the schools have become training centers. Many training programs are conducted inside schools, aiming at widening the training scope directly for teachers. The result of this is the contribution of teachers towards educational development. In this context, a project was established for developing schools' performance that aims at achieving educational decentralization and achieving the aim of comprehensive quality education. Development has also covered educational supervision, and its general concept has been reviewed. Supervision has shifted from inspection to supervision. In this context, the teacher has become a partner in the supervision process, and his opinion is taken into consideration in an organized, democratic way. Supervision involves not only visits to teachers in their classes, it rather takes the shape of training. These are, in brief, the features of the blessed march of the young generations of the Omani males and females, which also holds out the promise of more achievement.